Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great weekend. As we head into the new week, overall, the markets look pretty good. The S&P 500 was basically flat on Friday. The NYSE was up 0.54%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 0.12%. Better yet, the Russell 2000 was up 0.96%. And then matching that, the Dow Jones Transportation Average up 0.94%. And it has a pocket pivot point signal. So overall, everything is looking good. There are no issues except for the NASDAQ. Had a pretty weak day on Friday. But look at the heavier volume and look at the intraday action. You sold off intraday. We reversed off the lows and managed to close higher than where we opened on the NASDAQ. On the Qs, we closed about even, but we closed in the upper portion of the intraday range. NASDAQ 100, as you can see, same things. It's the Qs. Basically, all this was basically contained to Starbucks, Microsoft, and Google had bad days. Outside of that, it was pretty much an overall great session, especially for our holdings. There were two sucky moves today, I guess you could say. YORW continuing the trend of stocks taking the slow, itty-bitty stair steps higher and then the express elevator down. YORW cut through one of my sell stops, and my final sell stop now is being raised to 2804. So if it touches 2804, I'll be out of YORW with tiny profits overall. Pretty sad because we were almost up 20% at the highs, but you know what? I don't see where there was profit-taking signal here. This breakout on normal volume, that doesn't look climactic to me overall, so sorry. I mean, even on an arithmetic chart, that's not a climax-type move. So I don't mind getting shaken like this. And then RHP, my limits were finally hit, but you know what? On an end-of-day basis, this is a sell signal, a confirmation close below the 20-day moving average on heavier volume. You would either, you're out of half of it now. If you're not, the first sell stop would now be 49.85. That's where I'm putting my first sell stop. The remaining sell stop remains at 48.86, which was my only sell stop level. But now it's 49.85, 48.86. But those were the only two sell signals. And outside of that, a lot of potential longs. I mean, look at some of these high-quality names making strong moves today. GLOB finishing up a cut pattern. I guess you could say it's an early breakout. You could say it's a cheater breakout above the most recent highs, but I would like to see this build a handle with Green Bot, as I already have too many buy candidates. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. MLHR, pocket pivot point signal, excellent consolidation pattern building there. CDNS, extremely high quality stock. You can see its handle being there. An EVA under a volatility contraction pattern. This is one that might be under a lot of people's radar because of how thin it is, but you can see how tight it's trading, and it's right at the 50-day moving average, 10 and 20. So this is a very, very coiled name that could break out, and you can see volume is really drying up here. It's a very high-quality stock, 80 EPS, 92 relative strength, 99 composite rating overall. So very, very tight name. And then Tesla consolidating also. But for me, 3 new long positions. 2 very high quality, LGIH. I'm going to get rid of the arrow that's on top of this. Do this. Okay, so LGIH is my first long signal. Pocket pivot point signal as it breaks out above this recent cheater pattern. This is not a cup with handle pattern, guys. That handle is too low in the base. It's not a proper handle. This is a cheater buy signal here on LGIH with the pocket pivot point signal. Surge in volume, small surge in BOP, breakout. So right there, it's a CanSlim quality stock. Was not confirmed in any other scan. So 2% only for LGIH. My final cut loss is going to be 26.66, 99 EPS stock. And then AMWD, another one. This is a 99 EPS stock. So it's about as good as you get. High quality, high quality name. Pocket pivot point signal right here. Isn't the most, perfect chart, but once again, we got a good cheater signal here. Pocket pivot point signal. BOP slightly higher than the session before. Volume's higher than the session before. And we don't risk much if we're long. My first sell stop level will be 76.27. My final sell stop level will be 73.79 maybe. I don't know. We'll see, but I think that's where it's going to be. 73.75. So 73.75 will be my final sell stop level on AMWD because I want to give this one room to work, but looks pretty coiled up. But the bottom line is it's a 99 EPS name, some huge earnings and sales growth. The same thing with LGIH, huge earnings and sales growth, but with the fact that they're both 99ers, I got to take these cheater signals, especially with AMWD also being perfect speculator. So it will be a 3% signal. And then also, I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take a small position in AFMD because very high quality pocket pivot point signal. Volume has dried up significantly on this consolidation. BOP is surging, not surging, but BOP is improved to green. So that's more confirmation with the price and volume characteristics. You can see after this huge volume up day, pulled back on light volume, had a heavy volume sell-off, but immediately found support. Rallied with some accumulation, and ever since March, you can see the accumulation in pocket pivot point signals. No volume on the sell-offs, tight trading action, right off the 50-day moving average. Figure it's good to go 1% of my account value. It was in the price volume BOP scan. Biotechs are hot. This one's moving. 3 days ago, I said EBIO looks like it's going to be a runner. I said to watch an intraday for breakouts. Didn't want to take it on an end-of-day basis. Probably should have. 3 days later, up 111%. But when biotech stocks are running like that, I'm going to go ahead and take the signals as I get them. With that said, AFMD 1%, LGIH 2%, waiting for the real breakout, and then AMWD 3%. But overall, the market looks healthy. There's a lot of stocks that I flagged. I mean, even these stocks, BCEI, PACB, APPY. Look at this thing coiling. I know they're all little guys, but, you know, I showed you some of the big boys. I mean, there's more. NPTN, higher quality, right up to 50. Wire, pocket pivot point signal. GameStop, pocket pivot point signal. AVAV, pocket pivot point signal the session before it's breaking out. MRCY, you can see that thing consolidating with Max Green BOP. So there's a lot of strong patterns out there. We have come far real fast, and as you can see here, I know it's muddled, so let's just take away some. We're not quite, let's get rid of this, delete. You can see here that we're moving back to like the mid-range. I doubt we're going to get oversold if this is a bull market, but we want to, now that we're near, like we've relieved the overbought levels and we're near mid-range, we want to see if these oscillators want to bounce here and start confirming the price action. Because now they're still, for now, they're still trending down. The NYSE has turned higher. The Diamonds hasn't. The Russell 2000 hasn't. Well, I guess it slowly is, but they're not really showing higher highs, higher lows just yet. But they're finding support at that midline, which is what stocks like to do in a bull market. So we've relieved the overbought short-term conditions, but we haven't quite relieved the we've relieved the overbought conditions, but we don't have oversold conditions. So it's not like this is a risk-free area, but the market's going to continue higher or at levels that it should find support. But overall, I don't know, guys. It's hard to find a lot of things wrong with this market. IWM, you can see here another pocket pivot point signal in this ETF. The volume bars, while they've only been above average twice, you can see that they do surge on the pocket pivot point signal dates. It's pretty good.